Morning spilling through the curtains, gold across the room, make wine dancing softly to an old familiar tune. Footsteps down the sidewalk, light against the day. Everything feels brighter on a May window walk. Coffee steam is rising by the open frame. Neighbors watering flowers, calling out my name. Bicycles are passing through the sleepy street. Sunlight on the bakery sign, warming up the breeze. A little radio is playing from the corner store, and somebody's laughing. 2 buildings over more. The city wakes up slowly without asking why, like every little window opened at the same time. Nothing big is happening, still it feels brand new. Like the world keeps finding small ways to shine through. Morning spilling through the curtains, gold across the room, May wine dancing softly to an old familiar tune. Footsteps down the sidewalk, light against the day. Everything feels brighter on a May window walk. Passing trees and crosswalks under sky blue light. All the quiet little moments fitting perfectly tonight. Old sneakers by the doorway, keys inside my hand. Sunlight painting shadows slow across the land. Children running loudly through the apartment square. Someone shaking blankets into the spring air. Cars move like a rhythm, easy and alive, and the sound of distant train wheels gently rolling by. I don't need a reason to smile like this today. Sometimes simple mornings carry everything. Warm wind through the side streets, music from above. All the ordinary moments overflow with love. Morning spilling through the curtains, gold across the room, May wine dancing softly to an old familiar tune. Footsteps down the sidewalk, light against the day. Everything feels brighter on a May window walk. Passing trees and crosswalks under sky blue light. All the quiet little moments fit in perfectly tonight. Clouds above the rooftops floating white and slow. Flower pots on windowsills glowing in the sun. Every passing stranger, every traffic sound feels a little warmer with the spring around. Morning spilling through the curtains, soft and clear and bright. May light resting gently on the edges of the sky. Footsteps through the city, steady as a song. All the little shining moments pulling me along. May window walk forever through the warming air, while the early waves with the breeze.
Sunlight on the station, music in the air, people laughing loudly everywhere I stare. Sneakers on the crosswalk, rhythm in my step. Nothing in this morning makes me feel stressed. Coffee cups are shining under window light. Every little second feels so bright. Blue sky over rooftops, wind across my face, like the whole world opened just for me today. I don't wanna hurry, I don't need a plan. Every road is leading somewhere good again. I feel happy walking through the day. Warm wind keeps dancing while the clouds drift away. Every street is glowing, every song feels new, and the city keeps singing like it knows me too. I feel happy, nothing more to hide. Spring keeps running freely right beside my life. Bicycles are passing down the riverside. Flowers near the bridges moving side to side. Old cafe conversations floating through the breeze. People smiling softly under green tree leaves. Traffic lights are blinking gold against the road. Everything around me feels beautiful. Sunlight through the window shining on the floor makes me wanna stay here a little more. No heavy feelings, nothing cooling down. Today my heart is lighter than it's ever been somehow. I feel happy walking through the day. Warm wind keeps dancing while the clouds drift away. Every street is glowing, every song feels new, and the city keeps singing like it knows me too. I feel happy, nothing more to hide. Spring keeps running freely right beside my life. Maybe happiness is simple, maybe it's this small. Sunlight on the pavement echoes through the hall. Train doors slowly opening, bright blue afternoon, and my shadow keeps on moving underneath the June-like bloom. I feel happy under open skies. Every passing moment shining in my eyes. Every laugh and every sunset, every passing train turns into another memory I will want again. I feel happy more than yesterday, like the whole world spinning in the softest way. Streetlights starting slowly, music from afar. The city keeps on glowing like a field of little stars.
Late afternoon glowing through the apartment glass. Shadows on the ceiling moving slowly past. Coffee getting colder, records spinning low. Wind between the curtains dancing soft and slow. People by the riverside fading into gold. Every little moment feels worth holding close. Somewhere in the distance, train lights softly shine, and the whole world feels alive without asking why. Maybe this is enough, maybe this is real. Quiet kinds of happiness only time can feel. curtains, warm against my skin. Something in this moment pulls me softly in. Every passing sunset, every glowing street feels a little deeper now underneath my feet. Breeze between curtains, floating through the room, carrying the feeling summer's coming soon. Streetlights start reflecting on the river waves. Music from the rooftops drifting through the haze. Conversations echo under evening skies. People moving slowly through the city lights. I can hear my heartbeat somewhere in the sound. Like this quiet season finally found me now. Nothing lasts forever, still I want to stay inside this fading color just a little longer today. No heavy sadness, no lonely nights, just the kind of feeling that stays after light. Breeze between curtains, warm against my skin. Something in this moment pulls me softly in. Every passing sunset, every glowing street feels a little deeper now underneath my feet. Breeze between curtains, floating through the room, carrying the feeling summer's coming soon. Maybe someday later I'll remember this. Windows open softly, city full of wind. The sound of distant laughter, the fading afternoon, and the way the whole sky turned into shades of blue. Breeze between curtains, moving through the night. All the small emotions glowing in the light. Every passing memory, every moving train becomes another heartbeat running through my veins. Breeze between curtains, stay a little more while the city shines outside beyond the open door. Curtains slowly swaying under evening skies, and I keep this feeling somewhere deep inside.
Evening on the sidewalk, gold across the road, quiet conversations drifting soft and low. Paper cup beside me, cooling in my hands. People passing slowly like a moving film. Shoes against the pavement, steady in the sound. Wind between the buildings, floating all around. Nothing here is rushing, nothing feels too loud. Just the fading sunlight settling on the town. I can feel the moment lingering somehow, like the Footsteps on light through the evening glow. Warm wind keeps following everywhere I go. Every quiet street light, every passing train leaves a little feeling I can't explain. Footsteps on light echo through my mind, all the small emotions walking by my side. River waves are shaken under painted skies. Music from the cafes blending with the night. Bicycles are passing slowly through the dark. Someone laughing softly somewhere in the park. Windows staying open, curtains moving free. Summer getting closer, breathing quietly. I keep walking forward without needing more than this gentle feeling I have never known before. No dramatic ending, nothing left behind. Just another evening turning into light. Footsteps on light through the evening glow. Warm wind keeps following everywhere I go. Every quiet street light, every passing train leaves a little feeling I can't explain. Footsteps on light echo through my mind, all the small emotions walking by my side. Maybe this is growing slowly day by day, learning how to hold on without holding too tight. Station lights are flickering under early stars, and the whole city feels closer than it ever was before. Footsteps on light under fading blue. Every passing memory comes alive with you. Every road behind me, every open door feels a little warmer than the days before. Footsteps on light stay with me tonight while the quiet city glows beneath the sky. Soft wind through the curtains, light on the floor. And my steady footsteps moving evermore.
Morning leaning softly through the window frame. Dust light on the wooden floor, calling out your name.
Coffee on the counter, 2 cups side by side. Quiet little smiles we never try to hide.
Curtains moving slowly
With the early breeze,
everything feels warmer.
when you look at me,
Outside all the traffic,
fades into the light.
like the world is waking.
Gentler here tonight.
Nothing complicated,
Nothing we rehearsed. Still somehow the feeling always finds us first. Sunlight spills first across the room, before the words, before the moon.
before
this quiet morning close and let the daylight in.
Sunlight spills first through open skies,
Soft reflections dancing inside your eyes.
walking near the riverside,
Shoulders brushing slow,
listening to old songs,
only we both know.
people passing by us,
Like a moving stream,
but the world around us
feels smaller than a dream.
wind above the station,
Cool against my hair,
you keep turning simple days into something rare.
every step beside you
Settles in my heart,
like the light remembers where we are.
no dramatic promises, nothing loud or grand,
Just the way your fingers fit,
so easy in my hand.
sunlight spills first across the room, before the words, before the moon,
Before the city learns to run,
before the noise begins. We hold this quiet morning close and let the daylight in. Sunlight spills first through open skies, soft reflections dancing inside your eyes.
maybe love is smaller,
Then the movies make it seem,
maybe it's the way you stay.
inside the ordinary things.
Late trains rolling slowly,
Evening turning gold
every little memory
becomes a place to hold.
Sunlight spills first
Across our days
through all the small,
and silent ways,
before tomorrow pulls us far.
before the seasons change, we keep this feeling safely warm inside the light we make.
Sunlight spills first
Through every year,
and every quiet moment
brings you near.
morning through the curtains,
Warmth across the floor, and two shadows staying close a little more. Rain marks on the windows, half dried in the sun. Afternoon is leaning slowly toward the dusk. Coffee near the counter, cool against my hand. Someone turning pages in the corner seat again. Outside on the side streets, bicycles pass by. Wet pavement keeps reflecting pieces of the sky. The radio is playing low behind the bar, soft enough for silence to stay the way it was. Nothing here is rushing, even time feels small, like the city's breathing through the cafe walls. Coffee and side streets warm against the rain, quiet little moments drifting through the day. Every open window, every passing light feels a little closer in the early night. Coffee and side streets holding steady now, while the clouds above the rooftops slowly wander out. Train sounds in the distance fade beneath the wind. Someone laughs softly, then the room grows still again. Steam across the glasses, I stay a little longer than I planned to do, watching shadows stretch across the empty avenue. The evening keeps unfolding without asking why, like another memory arriving right on time. No dramatic feeling, nothing loud to say, just the kind of comfort that quietly remains. Coffee and side streets warm against the rain, quiet little moments drifting through the day. Every open window, every passing light feels a little closer in the early night. Coffee and side streets holding steady now, while the clouds above the rooftops slowly wander out. Maybe every season leaves a different sound. Footsteps near the station, leaves along the ground. Streetlights turning golden, one by one above, and the city settling into evening colors. Coffee and side streets under fading glue, every passing memory feels a little true. Every small reflection shining through the glass becomes another quiet scene I know will someday last. Coffee and side streets still beside me now, while the night beyond the windows slowly gathers round. Empty cups and soft lights, music almost gone, and the rain-washed city quietly moving on.
There's a bookstore near the station, still open after dark. Yellow light upon the sidewalk, rain beside the cars. I stop there for a moment when the evening air turns cold, watching strangers pass in silence under coats and smoke. A paper cup beside me, warming both my hands, while an old song from the speakers echoes through the lamps. Somehow every small thing feels closer in the night, like memories returning without asking why. Maybe some feelings never disappear, they just grow quieter year after year. Letters never sent still stay with me, folded in the spaces between what couldn't speak. Every unfinished sentence, every name I knew still moves like distant headlights, passing softly through. Letters never sent, floating through the air, like all the words we carry, but never placed anywhere. Last train near midnight pulls across the rain. Someone shuts a window somewhere down the lane. The city keeps breathing, steady and low, through the sound of tires rolling slow below. I walk beside the river, hands inside my coat, thinking how some moments never heavy like sadness, not sharp enough to break, just quiet little feelings time forgot to take. Nothing lasts forever, still some echoes do, living in the corners of familiar rooms. Letters never sent still stay with me, folded in the spaces between what couldn't speak. Every unfinished sentence, every name I knew, still moves like distant headlights, passing softly through. Letters never sent, floating through the air, like all the words we carry, but never placed anywhere. Maybe growing older means learning how to keep small unfinished memories without losing sleep. Streetlights on the water, shaking in the wind, and every passing season starts somewhere again. Letters never sent, under fading blue, all the quiet moments still returning twos. Every late night station, every empty chair becomes another picture, still breathing somewhere. Letters never sent, soft against the rain, like little pieces of a life we almost tried to name. Bookstore lights behind me, river through the dark, and the city moving slowly like an unfinished heart.
Morning clouds are breaking over narrow streets. Someone pulls the bakery door while sweeping fallen leaves. A bicycle goes past me, ringing once and gone. The sound hangs in the sunlight for a little long. I walk beside the flower shop, paint drying on the wall. There's music through an open car, waiting at the light to change. The city feels familiar without staying still, like every passing corner knows exactly how I feel. Nothing here is perfect, still it shines somehow through the sound of moving days all around me now. Passing bicycle bells through the warming air, little pieces of a morning floating everywhere. Every crossing signal, every turning wheel makes the ordinary moments feel a little real. Passing bicycle bells fading down the street like another quiet memory walking next to me. Laundry moving softly from a rooftop line. Someone writes a message on the fogged up bus stop sign. A dog runs through the alley, dragging half a leash. Kids are drawing chalk lines near the corner trees. Coffee steam beside me, rising with the wind, while a train beyond the river slowly rolls back in. Nothing asks for meaning, nothing needs to stay still. The smallest scenes tonight keep following me home. Maybe that's the reason these days matter more. Tiny sounds and passing light walking next to me. Cloud shadows on the station, birds above the wires, late spring slowly leaning toward the edge of summer nights. The world keeps moving gently without needing much, and somehow all these simple things still feel enough. Passing bicycle bells under silver skies, echoing through side streets and evening lights. Every small reflection shining after rain becomes another scene I know I'll someday miss again. Passing bicycle bells soft against the blue, like the sound of younger days slowly passing through. One more distant ringing carried by the breeze, while the quiet city evening settles through the trees.
Sunlight fills the tables near the corner cafe door. Half-read books and empty cups scattered by the wall. Outside buses come and go. Beneath the faded signs, people cross the avenue with summer in their eyes. I still walk the same streets around the afternoon, hearing little echoes inside familiar rooms. The city keeps its rhythm steady as before, but somehow every window feels quieter than before. Nothing turned dramatic, nothing fell apart. Still there's extra silence resting in my heart. Noon without you moves a little slow through the heat and traffic and the distant radio. Every passing shadow, every turning page feels a little different now inside the day. You under silver skies, all the little moments grow softer in my mind. Laundry from the balconies moves against the wind. Someone hums a melody I almost recognize. A bicycle beside me waits beside the trees, while the river light keeps shaking underneath the bridge. I stop outside the record shop, looking through the glass. Old songs from another year drifting softly past. Nothing here feels lonely, nothing feels too far. Just a space beside the sunlight where you used to are. Maybe some connections never really fade. They remain in ordinary things we pass every day. And without you moves a little slow through the heat and traffic and the distant radio. Every passing shadow above the station slowly drift apart. Some are leaning quietly against the city parks. I keep walking forward through the crowded blue, learning how the world still turns on afternoons without you. Noon without you still carries light through the open windows and the early night. Every small reflection shining after rain becomes another memory calling out your name. Noon without you, gentle as before, while the city keeps unfolding outside every door. Midday shadows stretching through the humming streets, and the warm wind slowly passing through the empty seat. Some leaning slowly over traffic lights,
Heat above the pavement,
shaking in the white.
people crowd the crosswalk.
Shirts against the wind,
Someone spills cold coffee.
and laughs about it then.
I can hear the station,
Underneath the street,
trains arriving somewhere.
far below my feet.
Windows left wide open, music from above.
Curtains moving softly
Through the dusty sun, you walk close beside me,
matching every pace,
talking about nothing.
just to fill the space. A bicycle goes ringing,
Past the corner store,
and the afternoon keeps drifting.
slowly through the warmth. Nothing here is changing all at once tonight. Still the smallest moments keep catching the light. Heat on the pavement, summer in the air.
Long shadows moving
Slowly everywhere, all the passing headlights
all the open doors
feel a little brighter than they did before. Heat on the pavement, under painted skies,
while the city stretches out.
through golden light. Bus stop conversations floating through the trees,
Someone humming softly,
with the evening breeze.
ice melting beside us.
Running down the cup,
Kids are chasing echoes through the parking lot. Street lights waking early one by one in rows.
warm wind through the alleyways.
Everybody knows
I don't need a reason,
to remember this.
summer has a way of staying in the smallest things. Maybe that's the meaning hidden in these days. Quiet little memories we don't notice while they change. Heat on the pavement, summer in the air.
Long shadows moving
Slowly everywhere, all the passing headlights
all the open doors
feel a little brighter than they did before. Heat on the pavement, under painted skies,
while the city stretches out.
through golden light.
neon signs.
Nothing lasts forever, still we let it stay, holding on to summer for another day. Heat on the pavement, warm against the night,
Windows glowing softly,
all across the skyline.
every passing moment
Every drifting sound
feels a little closer.
now that you're around. Heat on the pavement under midnight blue,
And the slow July air,
moving over you.
traffic fading,
For the stars above the town, summer still breathing long after the sun goes down.
the road beside the river curves beyond the trees, windows glowing faintly through the cooling breeze. Someone waters flowers outside a corner store, evening folding slowly across the second floor. I take the long way home now, past the tennis courts, hearing distant laughter drifting through the dark. The day is getting quieter without fully gone, like the world is changing without moving on. Nothing asks for answers, nothing needs to stay. Still I feel the seasons turning in small ways. A quiet turn into evening light, soft reflection shaking through the coming night. Every passing doorway, every slowing train feels like something gentle calling out my name. A quiet turn through the cooling air, while the city settles somewhere over there. Street signs catch the sunset, briefly glowing gold. Someone plays a record through an open hall. Bikes beside the station, lined against the wall. Summer moving softly through the basketball court. I stop beside the bridge rail, watching water move, thinking how some moments never asked to prove anything important, anything too much. Still they stay beside us long after they're gone. Maybe growing older means learning how to see all the quiet changes hiding underneath. A quiet turn into evening light, soft reflection shaking through the coming night. Every passing doorway, every slowing train feels like something gentle calling out my name. A quiet turn through the cooling air, while the city settles somewhere over there. Clouds above the rooftops slowly turning gray, birds across the power lines heading west again. Nothing here is lonely, nothing feels too far. Just another evening, arriving where we are. Quiet turn to the fading blue. All the little memories walking into you. Every moving shadow, every traffic light feels a little warmer in the early night. A quiet turn, soft against the sky, while the distant city hums, slowly passing by. River wind and footsteps echo through the park, and the lights along the sidewalks flicker through the dark.
Orange light on parking lots after 6 again. Shopping carts and fading heat rolling with the wind. Someone closes shutters down the narrow lane. Evening stretching slowly over window frames. I can smell the pavement cooling after sun, while the traffic farther out softens into hums. The shadows getting longer across the basketball lines. Some moving carefully between the passing bikes. Nothing feels dramatic, still the air is changed, like another chapter turning with the day. Shadows get longer under tired skies. All the little moments changing as they pass by. Street lights waking slowly, one by one tonight, while the city keeps on breathing under fading light. Shadows get longer through the evening glow, and every quiet feeling starts to gently show. Children drawing circles with chalk beside the curb. Someone tunes a radio behind the laundromat. A paper cup beside me, still a little warm, while the clouds above the buildings drift before the storm. I walk without a reason through familiar roads, watching all the shop signs starting up their glow. Nothing here is lonely, nothing overdone, just another ordinary evening slowly coming on. Maybe all these moments matter in their way, small enough to miss them if you look away. Shadows get longer under tired skies. All the little moments changing as they pass by. Street lights waking slowly, one by one tonight, while the city keeps on breathing under fading light. Shadows get longer through the evening glow, and every quiet feeling starts to gently show. Wind across the rooftops, cool against my skin. Summer slowly bending toward the dark again. Summer trains are moving through the into view. Every glowing window, every distant car feels a little closer than the daylight hours. Shadows get longer through the quiet streets, while another evening walks alongside me. Fading light on sidewalks warm against the trees, and the sound of night arriving through the evening breeze.
Train lines near the river, silver in the rain. Evening leaning sideways through the passing trains. People by the platform staring at their phones while announcements echo through the concrete halls. I sit beside the window, watching stations blur, thinking how the city never fully stops. Somewhere lights are flickering far beyond the glass. Tiny moving stories disappearing fast. Maybe every person carries somewhere else, hidden in their silence, even to themselves. Train lines and thoughts running side by side through the glowing tunnels under evening skies. Every passing signal, every humming wire feels like all these quiet days never really tired. Train lines and thoughts moving through the blue, while another station slowly comes into view. Rain against the windows draws uneven lines. Someone falls asleep beneath fluorescent lights. Backpacks by the doorway, newspapers on knees. Summer jackets drying from the city breeze. The train keeps moving forward through familiar towns, and all the crowded buildings slide without a sound. I don't need an answer for every passing scene. Some things only matter because they disappear. Maybe growing older means learning how to stay inside small reflections that don't fade away. Train lines and thoughts running side by side through the glowing tunnels under evening skies. Every passing signal, every humming wire feels like all these quiet days never really tire. Train lines and thoughts moving through the blue, while another station slowly comes into view. Clouds beyond the rail yard turning dark and gold. Summer nights arriving gentler than before. Far away apartments lighting one by one like pieces of a story still coming undone. Train lines and thoughts under midnight gray. All the moving city lights slowly drift away. Every passing moment, every distant sound feels a little closer now, with nobody around. Train lines and thoughts soft against the rain, while the world beyond the window keeps on changing shape. Last train through the darkness, river under lights, and the quiet rhythm rolling through the fading night.
Orange sky above the rooftops, holding on to light. Cars beneath the overpass, slowing for the night. Someone closes up a flower stand near the avenue, while the warm wind from the harbor moves the hanging signs. I stop halfway on the staircase leading to the park, hearing distant baseball games echo through the dark. Everything feels quieter than it did before, like the day itself is resting by an open door. Nothing lasts forever, still this evening stays, folded in the silence between the fading days. Orange sky paws over crowded streets, all the rushing footsteps slowing underneath. Every glowing window, every passing car feels a little softer now than the daylight hours. Orange sky paws through the summer air, while the city holds its breath somewhere out there. Paper cups and bicycles stacked beside the fence. Someone writes tomorrow's menu outside the restaurant. Clouds above the river stretch in shades of gold. Children on the playground slowly heading home. I walk without a reason through familiar blocks, watching all the evening colors gather on the walls. Nothing asks for meaning, nothing asks to stay. Still I know I'll miss this feeling someday, far away. Maybe all the best nights arrive this way, quietly and slowly without needing praise. Orange sky paws over crowded streets, all the rushing footsteps slowing underneath. Every glowing window, every passing car feels a little softer now than the daylight hours. Orange sky paws through the summer air, while the city holds its breath somewhere out there. Birds above the station circling one last time. Daylight fading gently into neon signs. Summer on the sidewalks, warm against my shoes, and the sky still glowing orange long after the blue. Orange sky paws through the deepening night, all the little memories rising with the lights. Every moving shadow, every rooftop view feels like something I should hold a little longer through. Orange sky paws soft against the town, while another evening slowly settles all around. Harbor wind and traffic mixing with the dark, and the last light of the sunset resting in the park.
You were standing near the bookstore under faded signs, holding paper coffee with both hands in the light.
Traffic moved behind us, slow and washed in gold. Someone played a trumpet farther
almost said your name there, almost waved hello.
But the evening kept on moving softly through the glow. Wind across the sidewalk lifted up my hair. Summer on the windows floating through the air. I could hear the crosswalk counting down in time while a train beyond the station rolled across the night. You look like a memory I forgot I knew, standing in the quiet, painted orange blue. And nothing really happened, nothing had to change. Still the smallest moment lingered when we walked away. We almost spoke beneath the evening sky while the city lights were waking one by one tonight.
All the passing people,
all the turning cars,
felt a little slower where we were.
we almost spoke.
Maybe that
Was enough for the feeling of a summer night to quietly stay with us.
someone closed the flower stand.
Chairs went upside down,
Music from a restaurant.
drifted through the crowd.
I kept walking slowly,
Past the river rail,
watching all the reflections.
breaking with the waves.
I stopped beside the crossing, waiting for the light, hearing distant laughter rising through the night.
Nothing felt dramatic, nothing hurt at all. Just two quiet shadows passing through it all.
Maybe some connections don't arrive too late.
They just live a little briefly before they fade. We almost spoke beneath the evening sky while the city lights were waking one by one tonight. All the passing people, all the turning cars felt a little slower where we were. We almost spoke,
And maybe that
was enough for the feeling of a summer night to quietly stay with us.
last train through the distance,
Warm wind through the trees,
someone cycling homeward.
through the midnight breeze.
Maybe not every story
Needs a final line
summer only meant.
to glow a little while
We almost spoke
under fading gold.
while another summer evening.
Slowly turned cold.
Every little moment
Every glance we knew
still remains somewhere.
between me and you.
We almost spoke,
Through the cooling night,
and the memory keeps glowing.
softly in the light. Traffic far behind us,
Stars above the town,
and the words we never said still floating around. Rain resting softly on the window frame. Late buses moving slowly through the silver haze. The apartment lights are flickering across the quiet blocks. Someone washing dishes behind the glowing dark. I lean against the glass now, watching traffic streams, while the city folds itself into smaller dreams. A radio from somewhere floats above the street, mixing with the midnight air and distant taxi wheels. Nothing here is lonely, nothing asked for more. Still Coffee left beside me, slowly losing heat. Books across the wooden floor under tired feet. Clouds above the rooftops hide the fading stars. Summer staying quietly inside parked cars. I can hear the elevators moving through the walls, and the hum of midnight living through the empty halls. Maybe every evening changes something small, even when we barely notice anything at all. Night window reflection floating over town. All the scattered neon colors falling softly down. Every passing headlight, every shadow train feels like pieces of old memories returning once again. Night window reflection through the cooling blue, while the sleeping city moves in quiet rooms. Street lights on the wet road stretch beneath the rain. Summer fading slowly through the window pane. Nothing lasts forever, still the moment stays like a quiet photograph that never fades away. Night window reflection under midnight skies. All the little sleepless feelings shining in my eyes. Every distant siren, every glowing sign feels a little softer in the late night light. Night window reflection soft against the dark, while the city keeps on breathing somewhere past the park. Rain along the glass now, slowly drifting through, and the lights beyond the window fade into the blue.
Sidewalk heat still rising after midnight rain. Traffic lights blinking slowly through the passing haze. People at the corner store laughing under signs. Summer jackets hanging loose in the cooling night. I walk beside the river road, hearing bicycle chains and the low electric humming from the evening trains. Everything keeps moving without rushing by, like the city learned to breathe with the quiet night. Nothing here is perfect, still it feels alive. All the tiny moments glowing after 5. City lights breathing through the midnight air. Windows shining softly everywhere. Every passing rooftop, every distant bar feels a little warmer than the daylight hours. City lights breathing under summer skies, while the quiet streets keep flickering alive. Someone plays guitar chords from a fire escape. Taxi wheels reflecting through the puddled rain. Late night diners glowing yellow through the glass. People sharing stories while the hours pass. I stop beneath the station watching shadows slide, while the last train disappears into darker lines. Nothing asked for meaning, nothing asked to stay. Still, the night keeps opening in a gentle way. Maybe all these evenings 'cause they fade soft enough to miss them if we look away. City lights breathing through the midnight air, windows shining softly everywhere. Every passing rooftop, every distant bar feels a little warmer than the daylight hours. City lights breathing under summer skies, while the quiet streets keep flickering alive. Clouds above the skyline drifting out to sea, warm wind through the alleyways carrying old melodies. Summer in the distance holding on to light, while the sleeping city turns beneath the night. City lights breathing through the deepening blue, all the moving shadows slowly coming through. Every glowing window, every rolling car feels like part of something gentle in the dark. City lights breathing soft above the town, while another midnight settles slowly down. River, wind, and neon mixing with the rain, and the sound of city breathing echoes once again.
Two. Last bus near the station, doors breathing open wide. People leaning quietly into tired light. Street cleaners in orange vests, sweeping empty roads. Summer air still holding the warmth the daytime left. I sit beside the window, watching buildings fade, while reflections drift across the darkened glass again. Someone sleeping softly 2 seats down from mine, with a paper bag beside them under yellow signs. Nothing here is lonely, nothing feels too far. Just another midnight rolling through the dark. The last bus home, through the sleeping streets. Traffic lights still changing for nobody to see. Every tired window, every quiet lane feels a little softer after midnight rain. The last bus home under fading skies, while the city slowly settles into morning light. Convenience store music echoes from the curb. Someone riding bicycles through the cooling blur. Crosswalk numbers counting down beside the square. Newspapers arriving through the early air. I can see the river now, black beneath the bridge, and the skyline slowly paling at the farthest edge. Nothing needs explaining, nothing needs to stay. Still I know I'll remember how this night felt. Maybe all these moments live because they pass, quiet as reflections disappearing on the glass. The last bus home, through the sleeping streets. Traffic lights still changing for nobody to see. Every tired window, every quiet lane feels a little softer after midnight rain. The last bus home. Birds above the power lines waiting for the dawn. Some are drifting quietly through the early fog. The driver turns the corner toward the riverside, and the sky begins to open with the palest light. The last bus home, through the silver blue, all the sleepless memories slowly passing through. Every glowing street lamp, every waking store feels a little warmer than the night before. The last bus home, through the quiet gray, while another summer morning slowly finds its way. Bus doors slowly closing, river under dawn, and the sound of tired wheels rolling softly on.
To think from footprints near the shoreline, soft beneath the waves. Morning wind moving lightly through the summer haze. Old songs from a cafe drift across the sand. Someone writing postcards with coffee-stained hands. I walk beside the water, hearing seagulls cry, while the clouds above the harbor scatter through the light. Everything keeps changing without making sound, like memories dissolving slowly into now. Nothing here is tragic, nothing disappears. Still the smallest moments fade across the years. Fading footprints along the silver shore, all the little echoes we don't carry anymore. Every passing season, every drifting tide leaves another quiet mark somewhere deep inside. Fading footprints under open skies, while the morning ocean breathes with sleepy light. Children chasing kites now near the wooden pier, summer jackets dancing through the salty air. Bicycles beside the railing, painted ocean blue. Someone humming softly to a song nobody knew. I stop beside the harbor, watching ferries leave, thinking how some moments stay because they leave. Nothing asks for answers, nothing asks to last. Still the heart remembers what the days once had. Maybe growing older means learning how to keep all the quiet feelings without holding them too deep. Fading footprints along the silver shore, all the little echoes we don't carry anymore. Every passing season, every drifting tide leaves another quiet mark somewhere deep inside. Fading footprints under open skies, while the morning ocean breathes with sleepy light. Clouds above the coastline turning white and gold, some are moving farther with the wind that blows. Nothing lasts forever, still the warmth remains, like sunlight on our windows after sudden rain. brightening day. All the distant memories slowly float away. Every rolling waveland, every seabird cry feels a little gentler under open skies. Fading footprints soft against the sea, while another summer morning washes over me. Footsteps near the water disappearing slow, and the sound of waves repeating everything I know.
Two, three, four. May light through the curtains, warming wooden floors. Morning air still carrying the rain from nights before. Bicycles beside the bakery, flowers near the sign. Someone opening windows to the pale blue sky. I walk the same old hillside, overlooking town, hearing birds above the trees and distant subway sounds. Everything feels softer than it used to be, like the world is slowly learning how to breathe with me. Nothing lasts forever, still the warmth remains, hidden in the afterglow of ordinary days. Afterglow of May, floating through the trees, all the little memories moving with the breeze. Every quiet morning, every passing train leaves a little sunlight inside me again. Afterglow of May, under open skies, while another season slowly comes to life. Coffee steam beside me, rising through the light. Children in the alleyways, laughing as they ride. Old apartment rooftops glowing after rain. Summer waiting quietly just beyond the days. I stop beside the crosswalk, watching people move, thinking how the smallest things stay the longest too. Nothing asks for meaning, nothing asks to stay. Still I know these moments won't completely fade. Maybe all the good things arrive this way, quietly and gently, through the ordinary. Afterglow of May, floating through the trees, all the little memories moving with the breeze. Every quiet morning, every passing train leaves a little sunlight inside me again. Afterglow of May, under open skies, while another season slowly comes to life. Clouds above the river, bright against the blue. Warm wind through the station, carrying something new. Spring is slowly leaving, still the colors stay, resting in the corners of another day. Afterglow of May, through the golden light, all the quiet moments shining soft tonight. Every distant rooftop, every crowded street feels a little closer now than it did to me. birds above the trees, and the warmth of May still staying quietly with